here in North Carolina. More and more cities and towns and counties are getting into this game of trying to lure businesses or keep businesses in their area by offering them stuff, tax breaks, things like that. Well, my home state of Arizona evidently is going to stop that practice. Tell us what's happening.
Well, the amazing thing there was the legislature started looking at what cities were doing and offering incentives to retail shops coming into their town. And they met with the equivalent of the League of Municipalities out there and said, look, you guys are getting a little out of hand with this. We may have to change the laws. And the city said, no, we're not going to do it anymore. And then it turns around, the city of Surprise, I believe, and Scottsdale
where my family
Phoenix,
lives.
it came up, and between these two cities, there were $260 million all of a sudden offered to retail establishments. And the legislature said, we need to change this. So they changed the law and made it so cities can jeopardize their funds from the state by offering these things. It's saying, basically, people want to do business here. We don't need to be offering these lucrative deals, and we're going to, don't do it anymore. And so it'll create a more level platform across the state.
Wow, that's fascinating. Do you think maybe that mentality would spread here to North Carolina?
Well, the stories as of late from all the universities in the country that have done studies on incentives have shown that there are no long-term economic benefits. States like New York and Mississippi are looking at revamping their incentive policies. This is a good time with North Carolina approaching the $2+ billion in obligations on incentives to really look at revamping those incentive plans and looking at tax reform, because incentives essentially admit if we had lower taxes, people would come, because an incentive is a lower tax. So, we need to be looking at these things if we want to be competitive.